Hello everybody and welcome to the NASCAR Pokemon Cup Series Season 21 All-Star Weekend. We will have the showdown and All-Star race in one video, so you guys will enjoy all of what is to come here this weekend here at Gateway Motorsports Park, or Gateway International Raceway it's called. I always get those names confused for whatever reason. But anyway, here are the entries for the All-Star Showdown, which is what we're going to be starting off with. These are the drivers that have not won this season, Season 21. And the showdown will be split to two segments. Each will consist of 10 laps. The winners of each segment will move on to the All-Star race. But there is going to be a twist in terms of All-Star Weekend, and this will only apply to the second showdown segment and the All-Star race itself. We will be having green-white checker finishes. We will have the green-white checker rule in effect just for this weekend, because I really wished I could set up the green-white checker in here in the regular season races and chase races in Pokemon Cup, but it's not possible because it will pretty much affect points, everybody's point standings. It just takes a little too long to set things up for a 2-lap green-white checker finish. And just in case if that green-white checker finish doesn't go 2 laps, we have to compromise with other stuff, compromise and deal with it. So, with things being out of whack. So just for this weekend, we are going to be having green-white checker finishes just for the second segment of the showdown and for the entire All-Star race. What we will do is that we will have 2 laps. If there's needed to be a green-white checker, it would last 2 laps like in regular NASCAR. If the caution comes out before we get to the second green lap, then we will try another attempt. We will continue trying with attempts until we could get 2 laps straight under green. That means that if the white flag comes out before the caution comes out, which will happen in our town 3, because you can't get a caution you can get cautions during white flags, but it does not freeze the field. You can race it back to the line. But anyway, if we stay green for 2 straight laps, it'll be an official attempt at a green-white checker, and the race will be over after the second green flag lap under the finish. So it's only going to apply for the second segments, the showdown in the second segment, and the All-Star race in its entirety. So in the event that the race would end under caution under normal circumstances, we will have a green-white checker in them. 2-lap dash to the finish with a double file restart to begin the first attempt. And if there's any more attempts, they'll stay single file because, of course, there's limitations to this game. So anyway, we'll try the best to give you the great finish, a good weekend here at Gateway. And during green-white checker attempts, all drivers will be back on the track. Even the drivers that wrecked out earlier in the race, those drivers will be back, but they'll start in the rear of the field under the green-white checker period. Again, we will keep going until we get a 2-lap green flag run under the green-white checker. So, yeah, that'll make it an official attempt. That'll be the only attempt at the green-white checker. But anyway, here we are, the All-Star Showdown again. That has all drivers that have not won this season. They'll compete for 2 spots into the All-Star race. Only the winners of each segment will get to the All-Star race. Your pole setter is Avery Williams for segment 1. And by the way, the field will be randomized in both segments, so drivers will start in different order from the first to the second segment, so they'll all be randomized. But in the All-Star race, though, the showdown winners will start at the rear of the field in the All-Star race, obviously. But in both showdown segments, the positions they'll start will be randomized in both times. So that'll set up some interesting matchups and some interesting battling for the lead, and probably an interesting finish here in both segments. So Avery Williams is on the pole for segment 1. And there sharing the front row is Joseph Romanuk. And the rest of the drivers in the showdown are Mason Powers, Emmanuel Magnuson, O'Neal Balvin. Pichu is back in the 29 after moving to the 22 for the World Tour. He's back in the 29. Freddie McDowell, Ryan Casey, Elijah Gordon, Sam Rogers, William Brock, Dylan Thoreau, Luke Walker, who is back after sitting out the World Tour. The Pichu took over the 22, by the way, but now Luke Walker is back, and he's back in his old ride. Jerry Guerrera, John Arnott, Levi McIntyre, Kyle Collins, Marches Ferrero, JT Bryant, Ann Thomas, Jessica Birds, Leia Walker, Joseph Shirkley, and Jacob Lawler. And now we're about to get the command to fire up the engines here in the All-Star Showdown.
Drivers, start your engines!
Like I said, each segment is 10 laps. This is just the first segment. And the first segment can end under caution, but the second segment and the entire All-Star race cannot. And we will have a green-white checker for them should there be need for one. So here we go. Green flag is about to come out. First segment here is, well, again, each segment 10 laps, so we wish the drivers luck here, as each winner from each segment winner in the showdown will advance to the All-Star race. Green is about to come out here in segment 1. We're underway. Wow, Mason Powers already jumps the gun. Well, he didn't cause a penalty, but it looked like he was really ready for it. Here comes the 20. Powers going to battle for the race lead. Here comes Balvin, going to force 3 wide to start the race. Hope these guys can stay clean. Oh, wow, and Powers led. I think we're still green. We are still green. Powers led that lap, but here comes Balvin. Oh, crash! Someone spins. Dylan Thoreau, but no caution. I'm surprised they didn't bring out a yellow for that. Dylan Thoreau wrecked coming off turn 2, but they're still green. And they're going to stay green. Remember, this segment will end under caution, but the second segment cannot. Ooh, Luke Walker. More wall smashing, this time with Elijah Gordon, but Luke Walker, close call there. Nearly turned the 20 and 31. Look at Levi McIntyre trying to sneak his way in. Only way you could do it is winning. Oh no, Powers is dropping. Oh! Someone else spun. That's going to bring a yellow. That's a caution right there. It is JT Bryant that spins. Ah, they could not keep it together. There's the pole setter involved. Bryant gets loose, and he gets turned off turn 4. Let's look back at the 5, by the way, of Dylan Thoreau. And let's see how that did not bring out a yellow. We saw Thoreau just 2 laps earlier get into the wall, and that didn't bring out a yellow. There you see the 5 right here. He's getting passed by John Arnott. John Arnott taps him, and he didn't spin out completely. Therefore, no caution was needed. So Thoreau was able to save it from completely spinning out. But of all people, his teammate, John Arnott, just tapped him out. Well, apparently there's no teammates here in the All-Star weekend, not even the showdown. So they're letting it all out. And Williams and Bryan are out for segment 1. They'll be back in segment 2. Green flag comes out with 3 to go. The next caution, no matter when it happens, if it's before the white flag, will end segment 1. So these guys have got to give it all they got, since the starting positions for segment 2 will be randomized. So Balvin, this could be his only chance to get in. This could also be McDowell's chance to get in. Here he comes with 2 to go under green. Pichu is trying to play spoiler, basically. He's running in 3rd. But 2 to go for the 27. Look at Luke Walker. We'll see if teammates are going to be able to help each other out. But as we saw with Thoreau and John Arnott, not really any teammates here in the showdowns. White flag comes out. Will we stay green for it? Looks like we will. White flag comes out in segment 1. We'll see if the 29 has anything for the 27. It looks like the 27 gonna pull away. More wall banging. But it looks like Fetty McDowell is gonna be able to pull away from Pichu as the 31 William Brock battle for 2nd in segment 1. And coming off the final turn, Fetty McDowell goes in the All-Star race. And William Brock just got 2nd from Pichu down the line. But Fetty McDowell wins, and that makes it a RCR 1-2. McDowell gets the win in segment 1 and will move on to the All-Star race. I'm glad we finished that under the green flag. Now the fun can begin. McDowell wins, and there you see Brock in 2nd, Pichu 3rd, Lucas 4th, Balvin's 5th. But Fetty McDowell locks his ticket into the All-Star race, and now we'll be back for segment 2. And here we are, folks. We're here for segment 2, and Leia Walker's your pole setter. Mason Powers makes it a Joe Gibbs all front row. And this is going to be segment number 2, as you saw Fetty McDowell won segment 1 to move on to the All-Star race. Who's going to join Fetty in the All-Star? Green flag comes out in segment 2. And in this segment, if the race normally would end under caution, we'll have a green-white checker. 2 laps. It'll be a double file on the first attempt, and any other attempts thereafter will be single file. But that's if it ever comes to play. Great start for Leia Walker. She'll lead lap 1. John Arnott gets 2nd to break up the Joe Gibbs 1-2. You saw Arnott earlier, nearly he just forced the 5, his own teammate up in the wall in segment 1. So we'll see what he does here in segment 2. Looks like he got a good run off Leia Walker. Here he comes. Oh boy, trying to force Leia up in the wall. He's trying to do the same thing he did with the 5. Oh man, that might be part of his strategy. They're 3 wide in the back. There's no room for error now. And here comes 24. John Arnott goes by for the lead. And now you see the 20 trying to pass his teammate. Wow, got a bad run off the straightaway. Wow, struggling right now to get a run. And oh boy, closes in quickly on the 19. Already. Went from a bad run off turn 1 and 2 to a good run in turns 3 and 4. Interesting. Now you see the battle here with Jerry Guerrero getting by Kyle Collins. It appears we have a battle for 4th place. And not really. Leia's just trying to hang on to John Arnott. Here comes Leia. Oh, wow. Arnott was trying to force her off the track. Crash and a spin. Arnott just took out Leia. You gotta be kidding. Wow. And Ryan Casey, I think, got turned as well. Wow, John Arnott's having one heck of a day here in the showdown. Well, again, no teammates. They're going all out, and he just lets it out on the 19. Wow. And Ryan Casey, let's see what happened to him. Ooh, got in the wall trying to avoid the wreck. I guess he was trying to, well, I guess he lost his grip. And Magnussen got collected as well. Is there going to be need for a green-white checker? Because only if the race were to end under caution would we have a green-white checker. And we're not going to have a green-white checker just yet. We're going to have two laps to go. So technically this is NRTown 3's version of a green-white checker. A 2-lap dash to the finish. But if there is a caution just before the final lap, the white flag comes out, we will have another attempt at a green-white checker, and our version will have the double file restart. So technically this is not an official green-white checker attempt. It is a 2-lap dash according to NRTown 3. But again, if we get a caution before the white flag comes out, there will be a green-white checker attempt. It'll be double file the first attempt. And any driver that retired will be back onto the track, which so far nobody has retired yet in segment 2. So John Arnott's hoping for a clean 2-lap run to the finish in hopes of avoiding a double file green-white checker restart. So we'll see if Arnott can hold on. Green flag comes out. 2 to go. Here comes Justin Roberts. He's got the race lead. Roberts got it. Someone smacked the wall. But it's not going to be a problem. Here comes the 20. Mason Powers passing by the 43. White flag comes out. We stay green. And that means that there is not going to be a green-white checker here in the showdown. White flag. It is now official, so anything that happens here on out is official. And JT Bryant gets second. He has to get a great run in order to even try to pass the 20. Final turns. It looks like the 18's not going to be able to catch up. And off the final corner, Mason Powers joins Fenny McDowell as the winners of the showdown. And moves on to the All-Star race. Mason Powers wins. Fenny McDowell will join along with them in the All-Star race. And here are the results from segment 2. And we'll see you guys in the All-Star race coming up. So it's going to be pretty exciting. Here goes nothing. The All-Star race is about to begin. Hello everybody and welcome to the All-Star race here in the NASCAR Pole Cup Series Season 21. We're here under the lights at Gateway International Raceway. And 20 drivers will compete here for bragging rights. Colby Jackson's your pole setter. Then there's Ryan Acosta, James Richards, Jessica Emery, Max Skinner, Daniel Beauchard, Anthony Buscarino, Anthony Lopez, Isaiah Bernesh, Kyle Keith, Ian Siegel, Emma Junkim, Armando Chazaz, Ramiro Adler, Payne Beasley, Zach Fitzwater, Chris Dodd, Webster Zangarde, Fenny McDowell, and Mason Powers. That will make up your field for the All-Star race. And now let's give you the command to fire up the engines.
Drivers, start your engines!
Cars are now rolling off the track. It'll be a 25-lap All-Star race all throughout. And if we get a caution that would normally end the race here in NRTown 3, we will have a 2-lap green-white checker attempt. The first attempt will be double file. Any other attempts if needed thereafter will be single file. And we will continue to run the attempts until we get 2 straight green flag laps. That's if we ever need them. If the race were under caution normally. Here we go. We're about to begin the All-Star race. This is the battle for bragging rights. All the winners in this race will compete together. The green flag comes out. Three wide all ready to start the race in the middle there. Levi McIntyre. No, not Levi McIntyre. I'm sorry. Anthony Buscarino gets sandwiched. And now Isaiah Bernash trying to gain ground. Kobe Jackson pulls away already. Great start for the 98 who won the Daytona 500. James Richards, one of the 2-time winners this season. Max Skinner, he's a 2-time winner as well. Ryan Acosta, he's won also back in back I think in the Superdome, in the Taylor Swift Superdome. And Richards is a 2-time, I think a 3-time winner. I think he's a 3-time winner. The other 3-time winner is Daniel Beauchard. We have a caution. It involves Emma Jun Kim and Lopez is the only other 3-time winner. It's Beauchard and Lopez being 3-time winners this season. And here's what caused the caution. The 14 Emma Jun Kim and Anthony Lopez 78 spin out on the straightaway. And that's first yellow of the night. Some drivers starting to pit. We'll see whoever has best pit strategy that will come out on top. Kobe Jackson chose to stay out, so the green flag will come out with him as the leader. And now the 44 Zach Fitzwater trying to go down, and he gets by for 5th. Ooh, a lot of drivers hitting the wall. Now we are forcing 3 wide. 3 wide battle for the lead. Michael 4 wide. Buscarino trying to join in. Thank goodness, though, nothing bad is happening. We stay green. Bernash trying to pass Richards as the fun gets intense. And Bernash goes by for the lead. He's got it. Bernash gets it. Here's McDowell going down below, trying to work his way up. That's for 6th place. And it is, he's got 6th. Bernash, Buscarino, Richards, and Jackson in the top 4 right now. Beauchard is 5th. He's looking to win. Look, these guys are all looking to win to get their chase starting, chase hopes beginning. And by the way, this won't count towards points. We will have the 8 chasers all have their own points for the chase. And of course, as you know, if that chaser wins a chase race, one of the next 4 races before the finale, that chaser automatically goes into the championship finals. James Richards on the bottom, 2nd. He's got it. Bernash pulls away. He's trying to win an All-Star. Beauchard is 3rd. We're now in lap number 10. Both drivers trying to make it into the, trying to show what they got. And 3rd place goes to Beauchard. Now the 44 is getting help from the 40. I think Shazaz, though, has other plans. As here he comes. The defending champion. He actually won an All-Star race previously. So Shazaz trying to make it back-to-back. Shazaz trying to make it back-to-back All-Star wins. I think he won last season's All-Star race. Now McDowell's dropping back. Ramiro Adler is gaining ground. And now you see Freddie McDowell trying to make a comeback as Colby Jackson right now has dropped off the radar ever since starting off pretty good until the first caution came out. Now he's losing another position. McDowell gaining again as still no gains. And here comes Bruce Carino. Looked like he was trying to look down low for third place, but he couldn't get there. Sorry, that was my phone. But will there be more gaining here for the 46? He is closing in. Gonna try to make a pass. And he does so. 46 goes by to third place. Got it. Third place is his now. We got only 12 laps to go. Oh boy, another spin, and again this involves Emmett Junkim. And this time a couple more involved. Now Dodd is spinning, and it's just a second straight caution that involves Junkim. It's going to change the landscape here for the race. Is that a yellow? It is a yellow. There he is. There you see Junkim getting hit. And Chris Dodd spins. Kyle Keith involved as well. Bernash leads. It's going to set up a fight with 11 laps to go. 3 drivers are out of the race, and Webster Zingardi got damage. And now the pit stops have put Bruce Carino in front. So I guess they're good to go on fuel, unless if we have green-white checker finishes to boot. Ooh, Richards nearly gets turned. He nearly got turned. That was a close call. Great save, here he comes. Can he go for the lead? And Richards gets the lead. Richards gets the lead back. Ooh, 33 trying to gain ground. Bruce Carino's in the wall. Beauchard trying to go up to third. He gets there. And Richards pulls away. Just 5 laps to go. Beasley gets to 4th place now as Bruce Carino is still struggling to gain back ground. Man, he's hitting the wall and he has just not been consistent since. Adler is now trying to fight back. Oh, Beauchard nearly turning the 33 around. It's good news for the 11 of James Richards to pull away. Beauchard in 3rd place. If he gets the win, it'd be his 4th win overall this season. That would be the most of any driver since Nathan Hudson back in season somewhere, 13 I think it was. No driver has gotten 4 or more wins in a season since Hudson's dominating performance when he had 5 wins at one point in the season. 3 to go. Again, if we have a caution before the white flag, we'll have a green-white checker, a double foul on the first attempt, and a single foul any other attempts thereafter. But 2 laps to go. Richards has no competition. He's hoping that a caution does not come out. Right now, a caution won't come out. 2 to go. It looks like Beauchard will need a miracle to get by the 11. Time is going to run out. Again, he's hoping a caution comes out at this point. Setting up a green-white checker and could potentially be a wild one. Coming to the white flag. It looks like we will not be having a green-white checker after all. White flag comes out, and that means this is it. This is going to be the race right here. Man, I wanted to try out the green-white checker rule, but I guess there was no opportunity to do so. 2 turns left for James Richards. He's been an incredible rookie, and it looks to be one of the big favorites to win the championship. Coming off the final turn, James Richards has won the Season 21 NASCAR Pokemon Cup Series All-Star Race. And James Richards, your winner here in the All-Star Race. He just pulled away with 5 to go and never looked back, and he takes the win here at Gateway. Here are the final results of the All-Star Race. And we'll see you guys when we begin our chase for the championship. 8 drivers will be chasing for the title. When we get to Zanjotis, only 4 will remain. So hope you guys enjoyed our weekend at All-Star at Gateway, and we'll see you guys when the chase begins.